Hi guys, I'm Yasirah, but you can call me Yas. I'm a year 2 business student. I'm leaning more towards finance.
Alright, hi, my name is Alphonsus and I'm a year 4 student in SMU Business. My major is in operations management and I'm doing a track in operations analytics as well.
So my name is Haris. I'm a year 3 business student majoring in marketing.
Depends on the nature of the mod actually. So for more quantitative mods like decision analysis and financial accounting, the key really is to just keep practicing. And you can also utilize the textbook that you are recommended because personally, I think it's a very good source of questions that you can use to practice.
I think actually whatever Ya said makes a lot of sense. I believe for quali mods myself, I think it starts to do with association and building memory. So you have to find ways to help you increase how you memorize these information and find something that works for you. So memory palace, acronyms, or basically constant revision, which is starting early.
So you know how classes are usually taught using PowerPoint slides, right? Starting from those slides, right, is a bit difficult. So if it's a qualitative mod, I will try to convert those slides into my own notes. And then during the exams, I will internalize those notes. And then I'll write key headers of the content on a whiteboard and try to explain those content verbally. For if it's a quantitative mod, right, then it's all just about practice. You just gotta find out areas that you're weak in and then really get it sorted out.
How I approached ClassPart at first was to answer simple questions that my prof asks. So after a while, I built confidence and everyone just has the understanding that ClassPart is an essential part of class and they expect you to speak up. So I was less afraid to share my opinions even though I wasn't sure whether they were right or wrong.
I think for me what worked was to be with a group of friend or a friend, and then it'll be easier for you to discuss some of the concepts earlier. Another tip or trick rather is to really break the wall between yourself and the prof or yourself and the group, and then you will be able to be more vocal in class.
And I must say, right, the biggest hurdle that I see in people not class parting is the fear of saying something stupid. And if you feel that way, you should stop. But class part comes really naturally when you prepare for the class, I would say. If you've done some readings, you'll be able to do two things. One, you'll be able to answer some questions that the prof has or clarify some questions that you might have. So if you have done your preparation right, you'll definitely be able to do this. So class part really comes naturally if you do that. But how I approach class part is with these 3 rules. Number 1 is stay invested in the class. Number 2, if you don't ask or answer enough questions, it means I'm not invested enough. But the third and the most important rule is don't answer or ask questions for the sake of it. So these are the 3 rules.
Learning-wise, I actually struggled quite a bit last sem because I just couldn't focus as much through an online platform. So what I did to overcome this was to screen record my WebEx lectures. I would review the WebEx lectures at a later time when I'm revising so that I don't miss out on anything important my prof says. So more often than not, your prof would give you simple slides which are not very elaborate, and the explanation comes mostly from whatever they say, which you definitely do not want to miss out on.
So my experience with online lessons and online exams are a bit different because I was actually on exchange last semester when COVID-19 struck. So actually online lessons became the norm a bit earlier. Remote learning was naturally harder because of time zone and especially exams. Taking exams at like 1 a.m, very different experience compared to taking it in the day. So I guess one thing like Yas mentioned as well, I think asking questions, making sure you know what these concepts are being taught in class, and clarifying them at the right timing is much more important because right now you don't have that opportunity to do it physically in class or after class, and it's always going to be through an email or through a call. And I think on exams wise, plan your schedule ahead. I mean, if you're going to have a class in 2 hours, don't go and do something and then get yourself all tired, worked out for it, and then come back to the lesson like sweaty. So just kind of think of it as it's a physical lesson, and then that will help set up your mind for the exam or for the lesson better as well.
The biggest challenge for me is focusing during lessons, because when you're physically in class, right, you are forced to put your phone away, and you, out of respect for the prof, you would naturally want to pay attention. But at home, you can easily get away with that. You can just like be so tempted to just check your phone while you pretend to listen to the prof, that kind of thing. So it really takes a lot of discipline to stay focused. Sometimes also it's not just about the distractions, it's about the disruptions. When there are technical issues along the way, and the prof trying to like figure out the technical issues. Yeah, but you gotta be patient and just understand that the prof is just trying their best also lah. But the good side of online lessons is that you save a lot of time from traveling to school. And the second most important thing is that you can record the lessons. I would say take advantage of this, because this really helps a lot with revision. When you want to refer back, especially for quantitative mods where you really don't understand how come like the prof did it in a certain manner and you can't find help, right? You can always recheck that lesson and then just check back, and it is very, very good for revision. That's what helped me a lot in my previous semester when my prof recorded her lesson and I had to refer back to it. So I would say that online or offline, right, how much or how well you learn, right, really depends on you. It's a very individual thing, and it's an even playing field. Like everybody is experiencing the same thing, so you just gotta do your best and make the best, try to stay focused and make the best out of the situation.
Try not to delay revising or push your work all the way to the end, although it can be quite tempting since it's an online sem. That's what I did last sem and I almost died. So try to always be consistent lah.
Academics is one component that people do look at, I guess, but it's only something that's only gonna get you to the interview, and having just purely an academic achievement won't really get you the offer or get you the internship. So do think about how you wanna build your thing as well.
Find a mentor. I think that's super important. It's normal to feel a bit lost at the very beginning, not being sure of what you want to do in your career or not sure of what you want to do in your major, and that's fine. That's why you have the first 2 semesters or first 2 years to really explore. But if you find a mentor, right, you can really start conversations and really identify what you really want to do. I'm part of a mentoring program currently, the mentoring circle, and there are many other CCAs out there that does mentoring also. So you can look out for that and really find a mentor through that, and that really, really helps. And if I'm interested in say marketing, how can I what resources do I go for so that I can explore what I'm actually interested in marketing, and that really, really helps, and that pushes you ahead of your peers.